I want you to remember your average conversation, the conversation you have with someone in your life or when you try to meet someone new. How does it go usually? If you are like me, you may have this kind of problem when you start thinking of the best thing that you want to say. For example, you see some person you want to meet and you want to have a conversation. You think, this guy, or this girl, I want to have the conversation with them. Oh, but they seem busy. I will wait for a minute. Oh, they're going away. Maybe I should catch. That would look creepy. Okay, so what should I say? I should say, excuse me. I wanted to. No, this doesn't go. You see, you're already in a very bad state for talking to anyone, even if it's someone you know from work or from school or university. You are already in a bad mood for a conversation, and this is a big problem because if you are similar to me, we have the problem of thinking too much. Because if you were in school and you had very good grades, you didn't have any problem with everything, then you probably developed a mindset that if I think more, if I think of every step and see every step in my way, then I will get the good result. And you get the belief that using my brain is the best thing ever, that if I use my brain, I will do great in life. But when you get into the actual real life, when there are no grades, there is no teacher giving you an assignment, then you have a problem because now you're using your brain too much, you're using your brain in an unnatural way, and you start thinking of every step during every action, you overthink everything. Now, on the contrary, imagine someone who is very social, someone who's speaking to a lot of people, who doesn't care about anything. What kind of thing would happen in his brain? Probably, if you looked at his brain, the image would look like this. Oh, this guy, I really like his shirt. Excuse me, I really like your shirt. That's it. No distance, nothing in this gap, no thoughts, no strategy. So this guy, he could have had terrible marks in his school. Everything could be bad in school, but in real life he's thriving. So what is this? Some kind of psyop that we were all light in school, that we don't need to use our brain, and it's a big problem? I don't think so. I think the reason for this problem is that when we as kind of smart nerds, we think that if we use our brain all the time, it's a great thing. But imagine your brain as a computer, because it is a computer, a very high-tech computer, I would even say, because of its capabilities. When it's turned on 24/7, there's nothing good in that. You just use its power, it just runs, its battery is low, and if it's turned on all the time, it starts lagging, it starts having problems, and it's using way too much computational power. Instead, if you imagine it as a real computer, you would probably want to use it as this. You have your computer like a laptop, you have some problem, you open the laptop, you write in some problem, find the answer, and then you close the laptop and you put it away and you don't use it. Same goes to your brain. If you start using it like that, then won't have any problems. So what I'm proposing is that you just, in your social life, you turn off your brain absolutely and act as if you are slightly drunk or you're a little sleep deprived or something else that makes your brain turned off. And you just live in this mode. You completely turn off your brain. You don't think of what you do or what you say, and you just act on autopilot. I'm trying to do this right now as I'm speaking to the camera. If I start thinking of it, if I start thinking of, oh, people are watching my videos and oh, what should I say? Should I structure my words perfectly? Should I look at the camera? I will start stuttering much more than I do right now. But When the brain is turned off, I'm just speaking from my soul. And you may think, oh, but what if I say the wrong word? What if I do the wrong action? But how else will you know that it's a wrong word or action? Because you may want to sleep up a little bit. That will just be the part of your character. And if you are not some kind of psychopath that has violent thoughts and he just says them to random people that he sees, then there won't be any problem with it. You can just say whatever you want, and it won't be any problem. And again, you need to do something on autopilot to get this experience. I remember when I was on a ski resort once with my younger, at the time, 14-year-old brother. And I knew how to snowboard a little bit on a kind of average level. But my younger brother, he didn't know how to do it at all. He used to do the skis, but he never tried snowboard. And so when I was learning snowboard, I was acting like a nerd, and I was searching the videos of snowboarders that would say you need to have this kind of posture, you need to put your leg like this and your feet like that, and you need to go in this direction and that direction, etc., etc. And I was putting so many little details in my head to learn how to snowboard, and it took many, many days before I finally managed to snowboard in a good way without falling. But here is how my younger brother, who I took to the ski resort, learned how to snowboard. He stood on a snowboard, he started riding, and then he falls. And then he stands up, starts riding for a little longer, and then he falls. He looks a little bit, and he starts riding snowboard. He rides it for 15 seconds, and then he falls. Then he again stands on a snowboard without caring at all about his falling or what he's doing. He starts riding. He rides it for like 30 seconds and it's fine, but eventually he falls. On the fifth time, he stands on a snowboard, he starts riding, and he rides the whole track, the whole course until the bottom. And since that moment, we were on the same level. It took him like 7 minutes to learn how to snowboard without any learning, without any lessons, while I'm the overthinking, the smart guy who's using his brain, who's getting the knowledge. It took for me many days to learn it. So that's my idea. Turn off your brain. Your brain can learn things with its own skills. Of course, you need to, again, it's a computer. You open up a computer to learn something. So if you want to develop some kind of skill or learn some kind of knowledge, you use your brain. You get the book, you start learning, and you remember. But when you do the action itself, you turn off your brain completely and you don't think of it. So, for example, if you want to talk to other people, you may learn some kind of, for example, the skill of active listening, that you listen to the person saying, aha, that's right, oh, you really think that, etc., etc. But when you learn the skill, you don't think that, oh, I'm going to go to the next person, I'm going to do the active listening. Oh, because how should I do active listening? Should I just listen to what they say? Should I add something from my own? No. You already learned it. You already learned this skill. You already learned the advice. So just go, have a conversation, and just keep it at the back of your mind. So speak again on an autopilot as if you're slightly drunk. But since you already learned the skill, you don't need to remember and to recite it in your head again. Just keep it on autopilot, keep it in your subconscious, and don't think of everything. I think this will make you look happier, this will make you look more confident, you will be more attractive, you will show your true character, and overall it's going to be only great thing. I noticed the periods of life when I use my brain all the time and think of every interaction with the world, I am miserable and almost asocial, even though I'm trying to speak to other people. Meanwhile, when I turn off my brain, when I don't think of anything, when I'm just moving on autopilot and enjoying my life, I may, get some music in the earbuds and just bob in my head and say, "Oh, hey, hello, how are you doing? Oh, a nice shirt. Oh, very cool." My life gets great. I become more social. I become more friendly with others. I have more energy. I'm able to speak much better. Even now, when I'm speaking on camera, and it's a big problem. I'm stuttering on camera. I'm not skilled enough to talk on camera, but it is well compensated by the fact that I'm not thinking of stuff when I'm talking to you. So I hope that you will do this actionable step and try to do the same thing and just turn off your brain. And I think it will help you a lot. Thanks for watching.